What's going on, everyone? I want to show you guys a couple of things that I was looking at today in the NASDAQ 100, how I was able to make $2,100 in my Apex account. 12 trades, 91% profitable trades. Expectancy was $175 a trade. Largest winning trade was 373. Average winning trade was just about $200 here. And my losing trade was for $33. Again, normally I'll have a little bit bigger losses than $33, of course, but one thing that these markets right now are providing me is fantastic value where I can actually start a position with one or two micro contracts, trade the facts, meaning I'm sticking with the technicals. Okay, so I think about trading like this. I want to make money with the house. I don't want to go against the house. The house is always going to win. So I'm not looking to predict potentially where the market's going. I'm not looking to predict where the market's going to stop or when it should reverse, or are we oversold or are we overbought. What I'm looking at here, I was looking at the 30-minute time frame to kind of start today's session. And one thing that I was noticing here in the London session is we were just getting rejected on this 30-minute time frame off this 20 SMA. And we were kind of just trickling down, trickling down, trickling down. Now I had this rising support here, which is my 50 SMA. But off the open, I noticed we had a little bit of a spike, and then we kind of just sell off, sell off, sell off. Now, one thing I was looking at was those pre-market lows. And if I kind of mark out the pre-market lows, this prior swing high here from the London session, overnight session, once we broke through that, we actually closed below my 50 SMA and then again tried to spike. But notice this back test here. Notice this back test. It spiked just right back into this previous support from this wick here at 1:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, this wick here at 5:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So these two spikes just came right back into, okay, so if you look at this as a break and then retest, break, retest, as long as you're not closing back upside this level here, this key level, and as long as you're not breaking back over your trend here, which is my 20 SMA, that's what I'm using as the trend in this particular case, the pressure is down. Fire away the short position here, here, here. It doesn't really matter. Now, before a lot of you guys get, your panties in a bunch and you start to say, well, how do you manage a stop loss? The ranges are so big. I'm trading one or two micros. And the beauty of this is that you can throw up a risk of 100 points, 150 points. What's the most you're going to lose? $200, $250, right? And if the move starts to move in your favor, you can definitely start doubling down and adding 2, 3, 4 more micro contracts as that move is confirming your bias and what your overall direction that you were looking to trade. So again, times are going to shift here. As many of you guys can see, the markets are not trading normal. The days of being a bracket trader where you're trying to every single trade scalp 3 or 4 or 5 points and put a bracket for 5 points or put a bracket stop loss for 12 points, those days right now are over. Okay, so right now you just can't do that. And if you can do that, more power to you. I congratulate you. But right now I'm pretty confident in what I'm seeing on the charts in terms of price action. I've been doing this for 13 years. I'm having a lot less stress on a day in and day out basis for the past 2 or 3 weeks. And I'm making a hell of a lot more money trading between 1 and 3 micros a day than when I was trying to scalp 5 points and trading 1 or 2 mini contracts. Because the thing with that is with such a small stop loss, when I do get stopped out, right? So when I get stopped out, it's going to be a loss of $400, $500, $600, which is going to be a little bit hard to recuperate. In this particular model, in this particular way of trading, where you're kind of dipping your toe in the water before just jumping all in, what you're doing is essentially allowing yourself to gauge the market and the sentiment and trade around the technicals and then start adding into that size to get those bigger winners. And we're looking for a 1-to-1. If we're risking 50, 60, 70 points, we're looking for 50, 60, 70 points. If we're risking upwards of 100 points, we might be looking for upwards of 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 points, right? Again, the choice is yours. There was a point in time today where I had 3 micro contracts on and the balance was 260, 280, 290, $300. I just sold it, guys, because again, taking a $300 winner in a matter of, let's call it 3, 4, 5 minutes is really, really good money. So if I kind of get down now into showing you these setups that I was taking off the open, I want to show you something here on the 5-minute time frame. Remember, bias was down, correct? So we're also trading below our 5-minute 200 SMA. We're also getting rejected just right before the market started here at our 50 SMA. Notice here, 5 minutes before the market opens, not only do we have a 20 SMA play, but we have a downtrending 20 SMA. We have a downtrending, what's starting to be flat to downtrending 50 SMA. Okay, so it can backtest and wiggle all at once. Like this range is 100 points. And yeah, it seems like a lot of points, but because of the volatility, it's moving so fast. Like it's going up 50, 60, 70 points and coming right back down. It's like you're not in that much emotional like pain, especially when you're trading one or two micro contracts. So what I did off the open was I allowed this green candle to form. I wanted to see a rejection. I allowed another rejection. I seen that we cracked through this pre-market low, which is this white line that I have drawn across the screen. We cracked through and then we tried to bounce again. Okay, so what I was looking at was a break and a retest. We broke through, we retested to see if there was going to be any buyers stepping in here to kind of push this up. There was no buyers. I fired a short position right in here. I don't even remember if it was 650 or 655. I guess I can go back and look at the first trade of the day that I took. Oh, it wiped the data out. It wiped the data out on my TraderVate. I guess I can do, what do I want to do here? Orders. I want to go to orders for today. Here we go. Now we got it. My first trade time was, give me a second, guys, because I want to just give you guys the most accurate information. My first trade time was when we broke through here, 655. So where is it at? It was 658. So 658 Pacific Standard Time, 658.37. So 658.37 is in this candle. Okay. So in actually this candle into this candle is the short position I took. And the reason being, let me pull up the drawing tool. This is a candle I got short in. The reason being I took this candle short is because I waited for the break of pre-market lows. I waited for a back test. I already knew by looking at my 30-minute time frame that we had supply. We weren't reclaiming it. For the previous two 30-minute candles, it kept getting rejected. My small time frame, which is my 5-minute chart that I'm looking at here, is getting rejected at the 20. It's getting rejected at the 20. It's staying below the 50. So as soon as we started to break through now, it's go time. Let's put the short position on and let's make some money. And if you realistically look where this, how many points this went down, 18,685 just to the next candle here goes all the way down to 18,583. Guys, we're talking about an 80-point move. So the range is beautiful for me right now trading micros. Like you can pick up 50, 60, 70 points trading a couple of micros, make 250, 350 and call it a day, right? You don't have to sit there and take 12 trades or whatever it is that I took today. You don't really have to do that in this period of time. So let me bring something else to point. Because we already knew that the 30-minute time frame had upper supply, because we can see this 5-minute chart has supply here at this 50, right? It's sloping down. There's a clear supply here, clear downtrend, right? We'll look at this 5-minute 20 SMA play right here. I would say that this is pretty good value, right? So what I want to make a note of here is after this leg down, you get a long setup, right? So people are going to be thinking to themselves, well, why not go long? Why would you go long? You've got supply here, you've got supply here. In a 30-minute chart, you have supply. We would need to break out of here, break, retest, hold, consolidate, and then go. And then I want to be long somewhere there. This is nothing more than a back test. We broke, now we're back testing. Now let's wash, right? So that's what I'm looking at. This gets ignored. It's not even a thought process. We get back short here, right? You could take that 20 SMA trade. Again, risk was 60 points here. 60 points to make 60 points here. Very easy stuff. Again, if you want to wait till the low of day gets broken, then boom, you allow this to break, retest, consolidate, and then boom. That's where you're going to get short. And again, I want to point something out. This range right here, yeah, you're going to go into a little bit of drawdown, guys. You got to get comfortable with it. This is nothing more than breaking through a low of day and then back testing supply and then continuing the move. But I want to make this point. If you get in short here from 18,575, yeah, guys, you're down about 100 points, right? You're down about 100 points. If you're going to hold for a bigger move, like when I mean hold for a bigger move, I mean holding for over 50, 75, 100 points, okay? If that's what you're looking for. You're gonna go into some drawdown, but start with 1 micro here. Start with 2 micros. If you go down and draw down $100, $200, $250, that's okay. Guys, many of you guys are used to trading 1, 2, 3 mini contracts and losing $500 in the blink of an eye because the market goes against you 10 points. With this, trading micros, you can allow yourself to see some structure. We know that there's no pressure here once we start to break down. There's no pressure here until we clear out this zone, okay? Until we clear out that range and close and break and consolidate, there's nothing here that should scare us. I don't care if it's dancing around for 15 minutes. That doesn't mean anything because look at what continued to happen. Hundreds and hundreds of points. Now, again, this is not like sitting here looking at the chart trying to cherry pick. Guys, we were calling these out all day long today in Evolution Traders. We were looking for the breakdowns. We're looking for the back tests. And then we're taking all of these plays. These are type of trades that you guys need to try to be capitalizing on because right now, while the market is providing you guys with such extravagant ranges, what you can actually do is have little to no risk. If you are trying to trade mini contracts in looking at this price action and you're saying, oh my gosh, if I trade 1 or 2 contracts, minis, and I catch 100, 200 points, I'm going to make $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. Like you're trading outside of this world. Okay. Like you're not even on this planet right now. What you need to do is say and get excited about is because this range is so big, I do not need to put on any size at all. I can sit here and trade a couple of micros and I can actually allow myself to see the chart and actually trade the facts. I'm big on trading the facts. What are the facts telling us? We got rejected at 30-minute supply. What are the facts telling us on the 5-minute chart? We're getting rejected at the 20 SMA. What are the facts telling me on this chart we're looking at? The 200 SMA and the 50 SMA are upper supply and they're trending, right? They're starting to slope. They're starting to slope downwards. Those are facts. I'm not making this up. This is a fact. The 20 SMA is going downwards. Those are all facts. Supply, 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 supply. I want to be short. I don't want to try to scalp this long. I want to get short here. When we break, retest, I want to get short here. And I want my stop loss to be somewhere over that, right? Over that 50 SMA, over this wick here. Break, retest. Does that make sense, guys? Be patient. Wait for a break. Wait for a retest. Mark this level out. Stop loss. Get short here. Get short here. Get short here, get short here, get short here. Doesn't matter where you get short. You're not getting out of this position until we break to the high side. Again, this is classic, basic technical analysis. Break, retest, continuation. Leg down, dead cat bounce, continuation. Classic stuff here. Again, leg down, flag pattern, right? Break of the flag pattern, boom, into your next demand zone. Take profits down here. I'm making it sound simple, guys, because it is simple. What's not simple is when we do get stuck in drawdown. That's not easy to deal with. When we do take a losing trade, trust me, we do not win every trade. I'm only hitting like out of 100 trades, I'm only hitting at about 63, 65%. Because sometimes I take profits early, sometimes I let it come back and stop me out break even. Whatever, it is what it is. But again, your wins are going to be bigger than your losses. You're going to have more winning days. And here's the beautiful thing. When you're trading with prop firms, we don't need to be super consistent to where 365 days out of the year, we never lose. You know what we need to do? We just need to have enough winning days to make $3,000. That's it. We just need to make, 5 days of over 200, 8 days of over $100, $150, 8 days of trying to make $2,600, and we get paid out. So when you break it down like that, over the course of 30 days, 45 days, you truthfully only need about 10 days where you need to be consistent and on point. The other days, yeah, you might have some losers. The other days, yeah, you might blow up an account. The other days, yeah, maybe you're trading evaluation accounts because you're stacking up. But realistically, guys, you only need 10 days. Once you're in a funded account, 10 solid days of actually finding good setups with low risk, meaning position size. I associate risk with position size. I do not associate risk with, oh my gosh, I'm only going to risk 20 ticks. I'm only going to risk 10 points. That's not risk. That's basically you telling the market what you want it to do. No. We make money with the house. The house is going to always win. So I need to work with the house. I need to move with the house. I need to flow with the house. So what that means is, in layman's terms, is that I need to be able to adjust my stop losses based on the facts, the technicals. What is the chart telling me? What is the chart telling me to do? It's telling me to go short. Okay, great. Yes, maybe on this one particular trade, I need to give up 85 points. Okay, how can I make money with the house if I have to give up 85 points? If I have to give up 100 points? One micro, that's a $200 loss. Any one of you guys can afford to take a $200 loss to afford to make $200, $400, $600. Some of these trades are netting 3 Rs, 4 Rs, 5 Rs, and right now is the perfect opportunity to take advantage of it. If you guys want to learn to trade this way, join Evolution Traders, get access to the community. I've got a course in there showing you all my scalping strategies. We have very cool and unique people from all over the place that are trading each and every single day. We had Charlie from overseas, beyond the pond, pass his first 300K funded account with day traders. We have people that are getting paid out. Congratulations to Husky, took 2 payouts last week. He's ready for another one. He's got $8,000 in his Top Step account that's ready to withdraw in about a day's time. We have people making tremendous strides in these markets. The main thing to do, guys, is to not give up, and is to throw yourself into the swimming pool and start learning how to swim. Are some of you guys going to float? Sure. Are some of you guys going to sink to the bottom? Sure. We'll be in there to jump in and save you and protect you guys. But just jump in the water because it's time to start learning. Again, give me a thumbs up on this video. If you guys need evaluation accounts, you can use code DAnthony at daytraders.com. You can also use it at Apex if you want to try out Top 1 funding. I really like the Project X platform. It's got the lockout feature. Will definitely help some of you over traders. I know you guys are over traders. That link is down in the description box below, and I'll see all of you guys on the next video.